Hey everyone, Will Garvarkovs, the assistant professional here at Cedar Brae Golf Club. We're in the Winter Academy today. Going to go over a few tips and drills to help you out with your club path. So the drill we're going to be focusing on today is called the gate drill. Very simple, but a lot of ways to apply this to a lot of different swings. The first thing we're going to need to understand is what are your tendencies? What are your consistent patterns in your golf swing? From there, we can make the right application of this drill to make it as effective as possible for you. So simply put, the reason for this is my club path is coming from the outside to the in relative to my target line. So I'm going to take my two household objects. In my case, here at the Academy, I have a few plastic tees. What I'm going to do is I'm going to block the path that I'm used to, and I'm going to open up a gate going the other way, in this example, from the inside to the outside relative to my target. So I have my two tees here, my household objects. I'm going to place these two on either side of my golf ball. However, they're going to be staggered. I'm going to have one as a right-handed player. My first tee is going to be placed behind and to the outside of the ball. My second tee is going to be placed in front and inside of the ball. My normal tendency to come outside to in, if I do that again, I'm going to hit those objects and I'll know that my tendency has not been changed, and I'm going to continue to get that ball flight that I don't want to see. My goal here is to set up to that golf ball and make sure I swing through the gate I've set up and change my tendency from out to in to out, thus affecting change in my ball flight. Well, let's see if I can put this to the test here. I'm going to get away from my left to right ball flight. I'm going to focus on coming from the inside to the outside through the gate I've set up. And if I do it successfully, I shouldn't hit any of my objects, and I should see the ball flight now turn the other way from right to left. There it is on the screen. We made change. All right, everyone, so that was example number one. We all know the most common miss in golf is usually out to the right. Hopefully we won't see it much once we get this season underway. Second example I'm going to use here is it's actually going to be the opposite. A little less common, but nonetheless it's important to fix. Now let's keep in mind that these first two examples I'm using are only if the ball flight, the curvature of your ball, is overdone. There is nothing wrong with moving your ball one way or the other as long as it's manageable and doesn't get you into trouble. If you need to start to aim in the trees in order to put that ball in play, that's when we should start to come to this drill and really focusing on creating change. So the second example here, I'm going to do the opposite. Right now, I have a big in to out swing. I have a big right to left ball movement. So I'm going to block that. I'm going to take my first item, my household item for you at home. Anything can work again. I'm going to take that first tee, put it to the inside and behind the ball. I'm going to take that second tee, put it outside and in front of the ball. Now we can see that in to out, that big draw hook path is blocked. If I do it again, my objects are going to go everywhere. Not good. So I'm going to create some change here. I'm going to set up behind the ball and make sure that that path is now going to go through the gate, which is out to in. All right, everyone, so those are your two main examples of the gate drill. We can get away from a big club path, a big ball movement from left to right or right to left. Now keep in mind, when we started, I mentioned, make sure we understand our tendencies and we know our patterns with our golf swing. It's very important. We can get caught up if we don't know what we're doing. We can actually compound our errors. All right, so another comment here to mention, Again, we're still working on that gate drill. There's a lot of variations we can do for it. We had our first two examples, very extreme, maybe a bit more of a higher handicap. We're talking about slices and hooks. But I want to relate this to an intermediate golfer or maybe even a more advanced golfer. You might have a very consistent ball flight, one way or the other, won't get you in trouble. You can get out and play all day long with it. But I'm going to challenge you to try this drill and actually work on that opposite ball flight. That flight you're not overly comfortable with, but something that you know on a day-to-day, maybe even a week-to-week basis on the golf course, it would come in handy if you can create and shape your shot the other way that you're used to. So for our last variation of the drill here, I'm going to actually create a gate that's directly on either side of our ball. Now this is going to promote a straight back and straight through club path, creating a line that goes directly to our target. We're not now worried about creating change in our golf swing, trying to fix ball flights. What we're really trying to do is to focus on number one, a center face hit, and number two, I just mentioned, is a straight club path right down our target line. So I'm going to set that ball up like I have here. I have my two tees, my two objects, directly on either side of the ball. Now I'm going to take my swing. I don't have to worry about any out to ins, in to outs. I'm going to take a look at my target and make sure that my path traces that line straight back and straight through towards it. If we do this right, I should be able to get in between the tees without hitting them, and we should see a relatively straight ball on the TrackMan screen. Alright, so those are our three examples, our three different swings, our three different ball flights. If you're starting to find success doing these, I would challenge you again. We can continue to move these tees closer and closer to the ball, creating a gate that's only about the width, just slightly bigger than our club face. You're going to see rapid improvements in your ball striking. You'll be able to take them to the course and have a great year out there. As well, for all of you at home, if you don't have the opportunity to get outside and take full swings, this drill is also very useful if we take our 9 to 3 half swings and really focus on impact. That's where the magic happens in the golf swing. We can take it nice and slow, nice low, slow swings, and just focus on what we need to here. Right? We don't have to take any carpet divots or hit the roof at home. We do what we can. That was the gate drill and how to apply it to a number of different scenarios. I hope everyone at home, and even if you can't get outside, can practice this drill. I know it will help. If you have any questions at all, again, feel free to reach out to myself, Will Garvarkovs, or any of the other professionals here at Cedar Brae Golf Club. We are more than happy to help. We all hope you're staying safe, staying home, and we look forward to seeing you at the golf course soon.